We laid out the expectations. Those are the consensus expectations of 5.1% year over year. What are your expectations, and how do you see this all playing out when it comes to different parts of this report, including core CPI?
Well, that's very close. The consensus is very close to my estimate. I do expect overall headline CPI to rise 0.2% in the month and just over 5% year over year, which feels really good, right, Frank? I mean, if you go back last summer, it peaked. CPI inflation year over year peaked at 9%. So here we're at 5, and we're headed south pretty quickly. And I do think if everything kind of hangs together reasonably well, we'll be closer to 3% by the end of the year. Core inflation, as you point out, excluding food and energy, will be more sticky, persistent. That'll rise 0.4% in the month and 5.6% year over year. That's going to take a little bit more to get back in because that, at the end of the day, goes back to the cost of labor, wages, the cost of services, ex housing, and that's just going to take a little bit more time to come in. But even there, Frank, I feel pretty good about the trend lines here, and I do think we'll be back to something we all feel comfortable about, reasonably comfortable about by this time next year.
All right, so it sounds like you believe that we're about to enter a definitive downward trend when it comes to inflation. I want to ask you about oil prices. We saw those OPEC cuts earlier this month. We haven't seen as much of a boost in oil as many people would expect, but does oil play a part in this narrative when it comes to inflation?
Yeah, sure does. The biggest threat to my optimism is oil prices. If they hang in around $80, $90 a barrel, which is kind of sort of where we've been through lots of different market conditions, OPEC production cuts, Russian sanctions, China coming online and consuming more oil. Despite that, all of that, we're still at $80, $90 a barrel oil. We're fine. Then my optimism is going to come to pass. But, clearly a lot of risk in that market. Things can go in lots of different directions. And if oil gets back closer to $100 a barrel for any length of time, a month, 2 or 3, then it's going to be very difficult to get inflation back in, not only because of the direct effects on inflation, but because oil prices play such a key role in inflation expectations and going back to wages and core inflation. It'll really make it much more difficult to get that back into a place where we feel good about.
All right, so you're watching oil. Obviously, you're watching CPI. I want to ask you about CPI, PPI, and big bank earnings on Friday. How big of an impact will each one of those have on the Fed's decision in May, and what do you think that decision will be?
Yeah, PPI, I don't think that's a big deal one way or the other. But the bank earnings, and clearly more broadly what's happening in the banking system, that matters a lot. I do think if the system feels like it's stabilized, deposit outflows have abated, but there's fallout to come. Lending standards are being tightened. Credit growth is slowing, and in terms of commercial industrial loans, those are loans from banks to businesses, they're falling. So that'll have some meaningful negative impact on growth. Now, my sense is that they act kind of sort of like a rate increase. So because of the tightening in credit conditions, the Fed does not need to raise rates anymore, in my view. Hopefully, they end their rate hikes here pretty quickly. And if they do, I think, we've got a good chance of getting through the next year or so with moderating inflation, moderating job growth, but no recession.
All right, so moderating inflation, moderating job growth, no recession. So you're pretty optimistic there. We're also getting the IMF forecast yesterday, nearly 3% global growth. Do you agree with that forecast? And how does the United States fit into that picture?
Yeah, I think it feels roughly right to me. And I take a kind of a glass half full perspective on the forecast. That's 3% is pretty close to the global economy's potential growth. That's the rate of growth necessary to generate enough jobs to keep unemployment stable. And of course, the global economy in aggregate is pretty close to full employment. So that's not too bad. That feels pretty good. U.S. growth is obviously south of that. This year it's going to be somewhere 1.5% ish for calendar year 2023. Which is below the economy's potential, meaning we're not going to create enough jobs to keep unemployment stable, but that's by design. The Fed's trying to slow growth to get unemployment up, to take the steam out of wage and price pressure. So that 1.5% growth would be consistent with an economy that kind of threads the needle, slow enough to bring inflation down, but fast enough to avoid an economic downturn.